Hey, true believers, it's me, Big Barry Dutter here with another unboxing video. I'm gonna do the rest of my regular voice because it'd be too annoying otherwise. Hey, it's me, Barry. This is a collection that I got yesterday in San Pedro, California. Let's just go right to it. I mean, we've got a complete set of Infinity Gauntlet here in near mint condition. This set used to be a $100 set before the movie came out. Now, you might be able to get 50 bucks for it, maybe 75 if you're lucky. This is the 100 Hunger Dogs graphic novel by Jack King Kirby. It's about a $15, $20 book. It's the King's triumphant return to the New Gods saga after many years. First appearance of the New Mutants. They have a movie coming out someday, maybe. And this is a book that can bring in $50 or more, depending on condition. Maybe I better get a bag and board for that one. This is just a random 90s book. This collection was mostly Bronze Age. A lot of bronze. Really nice condition. An original owner collection. And, oh look, new costume. First appearance. That's like a $30, $40 book these days. There's a lot of Jack Kirby in this collection. A lot of 70s classic Kirby, Mr. Miracle. Oh look, here's a Silver Age. There's not a ton of silver in this collection, but what is there is really nice. The condition is beautiful on that one. Hey look, it's the first appearance of, who is that? Rogue? Yeah, first appearance of Rogue. Another beautiful Silver Age Fantastic Four, Kirby classic. Another great one. Look at that beauty. Looks like it was printed yesterday. Another New Gods. A lot of New Gods. The seller had promised a lot with this collection. He had promised a complete set of New Gods, which was a lie. He had promised a complete set of Eternals, which might have been the only time he told the truth. He had promised a complete run of Doctor Strange, which was a lie. Oh, look, number one. He had made a lot of promises. He sent a list of everything he had, and the list said things like Captain Marvel 1 through 37. And then I asked him before I got there, I said, do you really have Captain Marvel 1 through 37? And he said, no. He said, I don't have any issues where Captain Marvel is in the green and white costume. So I said, oh, so that means you're missing Captain Marvel 1 through 16. And he said, yeah, whatever. So when I got there, I looked at his list, and I said, there's a lot of books here on your list that aren't here. And he said, no, they're there. They're in the collection. They're in the boxes. And he had about 5 boxes. I'm only showing you the best of the best. There's about 4 other boxes over there. The other boxes, this is a 4th print. The other boxes are mostly stuff like, oh look, signed by Herb Trimpe. Autographed, no COA. Sorry, it's legit, I know it. The other boxes are mostly 80s common issues. Huge runs of Legion of Superheroes and Teen Titans. Unfortunately missing the key issues of New Teen Titans, missing number 1 and number 43, whatever the first Nightwing was, I think it was 43. So that was unfortunate. But here's a key issue, first appearance of Korvac. Let's see what else we got in this beautiful box. Look, it's a key issue, first appearance of Champion. What else? This is a random issue of Iron Man. I like these old covers. There was a complete set of Infinity Gauntlet, and then here is an incomplete set. So I already listed the incomplete set in an auction, and it's doing quite well, thank you. That's from a different collection. Sorry, that's not supposed to be there. Fantastic Four Silver Age. Beautiful copy. Todd McFarlane Spider-Man. There were not a lot of Spider-Mans in this collection, not a lot of Amazings. First appearance of Legion, key issue. The seller was asking $800 for the collection. And when I got there, I said, well, there's so much missing. I mean, you're missing the first 10 issues of Doctor Strange. You're missing Secret Wars #1, although you seem to have all the rest. You're missing New Gods, like most of them. Here's Eternals #1, the British Pence edition. I don't know that that's worth any more than the regular US edition, but there's a bunch of Pence comics in this collection. I think here's the first appearance of Rogue in the X-Men. I think at one point the original owner of this collection traveled to merry old England and bought some comics that were out in the mid-70s. So there's a handful, it's about a dozen Pence comics. Jim Starlin, Captain Marvel, classic, Thanos issues. There were a couple more Thanos issues, but I traded those to my friend already. I owed him a few bucks, so now I don't owe him anything. Mr. Miracle number 6, whatever. I think there's a complete run of Mr. Miracle in here, so that's a really nice find. Another pence issue of X-Men, another pence. And if you look closely, you'll see one is 9 pence and one is 10 pence. So the price went up by a pence from issue 98 to 99. What? I was only paying 9 pence last month, and blimey, now you've got me paying 10 pence. What's all this then? That's probably what they said back then. Defenders number 1. His list also said he had Defenders like 2 through 35. That was a lie. He has a huge run of Defenders, but missing like 2 through 35. First appearance of Lobo. Oh, classic drug issue by Neil Adams. This is a key issue. This could be a $50 book right here. So I ended up, slashing the price on this one. He was asking $800. I got him down to $400. That was the final amount I paid. $400 for 5 boxes of comics. Mutants number 1. So it was a really good deal. A lot of bronze. Way more bronze than you typically see in a collection. This one's a little chewed up. This is about 20 Hot Rod comics from Charlton Comics, and I'm just going to put them all up on eBay. I think somewhere out there are people who want Hot Rod and Dragon Wheels comics. Oh look, first appearance of Speedball. He's got a TV show now. So we're just making our way through here. This is the good box. We consolidated, we put all the best books in this box. First appearance of Binary. Mr. Miracle number 4. First appearance of Big Barda. This is a $50 to $100 book. She is apparently an important character. Who knew? Maybe she'll have a movie. I think there is a New Gods movie coming, so watch for Big Barda. Who could play Big Barda in a movie? Raquel Welch? I don't know. They don't have too many curvy actresses anymore these days. This is a huge run of the Eternals. I think it's complete. I'm gonna have to bag and board these babies. There's a couple of pence editions. I think it's a complete run of Eternals, so that's like $100 to $150 depending on condition. Maybe I should be a little more careful with those. Mr. Miracle number 2. Random Mr. Miracle. Random New Gods. Now, you don't find a collection of silver and bronze every day. Original owner collections really only come along when someone dies for the most part. So this seller said he bought this collection from someone. He was given a list. He believed that everything on the list was true. I told him, I said, just because you believe the books on the list are in these comics does not make it true. Because I proved to him that a lot of the books on his list were not in the collection. So, he was willing to haggle. I think he felt a little bit guilty about how it all went down. He was kind of a jerk about it, to be honest, but he did give me a good price. Some nice Bronze Age Fantastic Fours here. A lot of these books have a stamp on the back, and it says FPA on it. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know what that is. Is that a military thing? A lot of them have that stamp. In fact, yeah, most of the Fantastic Fours have that FPA stamp. But those are fun. Those are the ones I grew up with, and, you know, to us comic book sellers, we're always trying to find the ones we grew up with. That's just a nice trade paperback. This is an iconic Iron Man cover. That's a Batman. The guy didn't buy a lot of DC comics. He was hardcore Marvel all the way. The only DCs he really got into were Legion of Superheroes and Teen Titans and Omega Men. That was in the 80s, of course. Doctor Strange. A lot of Doctor Stranges here. Just some classic Bronze Age Doctor Strange. Missing 1 through 10, but I probably can order those on eBay. Complete run of Doctor Strange goes for $500 on eBay. So if I'm missing a dozen issues, if I spend $30-40 to get the missing ones, including number 1, I could sell the complete lot for $500. This is a 90s book. Like I said, not a lot of 90s here, which is good. And the few 90s books there are pretty solid. This is the first appearance of Master of Kung Fu. It is chewed up. It is in poor condition, but it's his first appearance, and it's followed by a lot of his other appearances. You know, when I was a kid, you would go to the newsstand, and you had $1 in your hand, and you'd buy all the Marvel superhero comics. You'd buy Spider-Man, Batman, Avengers, Hulk, Iron Man, etc. And whatever money you had left over, then you might buy, for 25 cents, you might buy some Master of Kung Fu, or maybe some monster comics. There were no monsters in this collection, strangely enough. Here's more Eternals. Boy, just how many Eternals does this guy have? I think he has a lot. Captain Marvel, there's a handful of Captain Marvels. Those are pretty good. Another Pence edition. I think our vice president would love to get a hold of this collection. He'd be like, those are my issues. They're named after me. Logan's Run, no keys. Oh, here we go, Iron Fist. Again, missing all the keys. A lot of Iron Fist from the 70s. A lot of Marvel Premiere, which of course was the comic Iron Fist had before he got his own comic. Geez, lots of stamps on the backs of these books. So they're not mint condition. I don't know what all the stamps are for. I think this person was probably a soldier, probably based overseas or something. So, sadly, I don't have Iron Fist #1 or his first appearance, and I do not have the first appearance of Sabretooth. But as you saw, there was a nice number of keys in this collection. Oh, Kung Fu Fighter. And it's just a really nice collection of Silver and Bronze Age comics. And that's about it. There's others. There's a handful of other good ones that I forgot to pull out. But anyway, in a nutshell, that's the collection. It's the San Pedro collection. $400. I think it's worth minimum $1,200, as much as $2,000. So hopefully I can make 5 times my investment on this one. Wish me luck. That's it for now. I'm Barry Dutter. Till next time, I'll see you in the funny pages.